Hey, what's up, my favorite people? Yeah, look what we got back in the shop here. This is 2005 V6 Mustang convertible. She says that the brakes are shuddering. The front is shuddering when she gets hard on the brakes, and yes, they do. When the brakes are heated up, it gives a hard shudder. So we are going to be doing both front rotors and the pads. Okay, as you guys can see, I've got it jacked up and ready to go here. One thing you guys want to do too is before you jack it up, just break the lugs loose. Whether you change it, anytime you take a tire off, it's much easier. Now they're just finger tied on there; they'll come off real quick. Last thing I want is a vehicle to fall on me or fall and damage whatever that I'm working on. I got a stand under there and the hydraulic jack. And I always chalk a wheel so that it won't go anywhere. And we've talked about this in previous videos. Have plenty of light. Plenty of light. It makes things so much easier. And I always have my trusty Haynes manual. I've been buying Haynes manuals for years. Many vehicles back, probably 20 years. I'm going to have a link in the description where you can go find a Haynes manual I'm going to have the link for this one. But yeah, go get yourself a Haynes manual no matter what vehicle you have. Okay, the first things we're going to remove are the caliper mounting bolts. There's one and two. They are 12 millimeter. Okay, you don't ever want to let the caliper hang, because it'll stress out the brake line. You don't want to risk cracking or breaking the brake line. Right here. So just get a hanger, get a wire coat hanger, bend it or twist it how you need it, and then just what I usually do is just hang it on the strut up here on the spring. Okay, kind of just like that. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to take a C-clamp and compress these two pistons back in, because the new pads won't fit if you don't push the pistons back in. And I'm going to try and use the brake caliper across here so it'll do it evenly. But these will be sucked into about here. I'll show you when it's done. But also what you want to do, because it's going to be pushing brake fluid back up into the master cylinder. So you want to take the cap off, and looks like we got some room there. So, but I'll keep an eye on that so it doesn't overflow back out of there. Okay, these calipers just have slots going into this caliper bracket here, and so they should just slide out. These pads aren't too bad. I'm thinking the rotors might be warped, or these pins might be locked up in here, causing the caliper to kind of go like this when she's stopping hard and the brakes are hot. Okay, I don't know if you can see them compressing, but I can feel them compressing. Sometimes if you've gone a long time without changing the brakes, sometimes they can, and the brakes, the pads have really been worn down. Yeah, you might have to crank kind of hard. Okay, we're kind of going to get to the other side here. Check the brake fluid. And we are still good there. It's hardly come up at all. Yeah, it's not going to move a whole lot of brake fluid, especially since these pads aren't real worn. Okay, those pistons are pushed in as far as they will go. Don't crank too hard once they get down to the end there, but anyway, so I think you guys can tell the difference there. Now we got room for our new brake pads. Okay, normally, now if you're just changing the brake pads and your rotor is in good shape, which means you won't feel a big lip here. There won't be any gouges in it. This rotor actually looks pretty good, but there's something going on here, so I'm just going to replace the rotors. So, but since we are replacing the rotor, we've got to take the caliper mounting bracket off, which is these two bolts. Okay, these are 15 millimeter. Okay, then you want to pull these pins out. Well, that's pretty sticky, and that might have been, binding in there and causing the calipers to kind of go like this under hard braking. So I am going to clean those up really well with the brake clean, and then I've got some lube that I'm going to show you guys that's specifically for this. Oh, look at that. Big difference. Big difference. There we go. Okay, now this rotor should come off fairly easy. Might need to lube it a little bit here, but then use a rubber mallet, or even since we're tossing it, we could use a metal mallet. There, just need a little persuasion. And again, you want to clean this stuff up. For those of you that don't know, the wheel bearing is in here, in the hub here. Okay, this is the lube that was recommended to me for the caliper pins. Oh yeah, they slide easier. Okay, the torque on those caliper mounting bracket bolts are 85 foot-pounds. And if you don't have a torque wrench, if you're going to do much of this, I'd just recommend getting one, especially like when you're dealing with safety parts like brakes. You really want to, do it right. Okay, here's our new pads. Look the same size. Old ones are thinner. Here's our new clips. Okay, this side, since it goes straight down like this, will go toward the rotor, toward the disc. You'll go in with this, and then it'll snap in on this side. Just like that. Okay, you just kind of put them back in at just kind of an angle so it can slip behind there, and then they'll just move in like this. So they're going to be, now they're both in. I just wanted to just to reiterate to you guys, I've done brakes quite a few times over the years, but I still get this Haynes manual out and just to double check myself. And I do that with everything, but I've done brakes a lot. That was the first thing I really did on a car. Easy step, it has pictures, step by step. I'd really recommend you guys, if you don't have one, get one. Again, I've got a link down in the description. My Amazon Associates page help get this channel monetized too. So anyway, seriously consider getting the book, getting the Haynes manual. Okay, new brake pads usually come with this silicone compound that you put it on the tabs right here before you slide it in, and it'll help it'll quiet the brakes because they may chatter. Okay, you want to kind of try and squeeze the brake pads in so this will slide down easy over top of them, and then put the top bolt in. Then you can just kind of swing it down and put the bottom bolt in. Go ahead and snug them down, and then we're going to torque them. Because those caliper mounting bolts were 25 foot-pounds. Okay, that's it, guys. It's really a pretty simple deal. Rides smooth. What I'm going to do now is, I'm going to check and make sure the brake line didn't get kinked or cracked or broken. And there's really only 4 bolts, and they're all 4 in and torqued. So I'm going to put the tire back on and drop it down, and then move the car over a little bit, and I'm going to do the passenger side. So that's going to be just the same thing. The same thing. If something pops up that I think you guys might be interested in, I will let you know. But hey, as always, appreciate every single one of you guys. Please give us a subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel monetized. The Haynes manual in the description, super handy. I'm going to try and put some other models in there too. So if you guys have another model or different year Mustang, click on that. The next video is going to be probably going to be the black Jeep, the WK, the 06. The hood release broke, so I'm going to be putting a new hood release cable in that black Jeep. So look forward to that one, hopefully in the next week or so. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Share this with somebody that's got a Mustang or somebody that needs to do brakes, because all the brakes are pretty similar. But if you just want specific and see what the Mustang looks like, share it with a buddy or a girl that has a Mustang. So thanks you guys. We'll catch you next time.